Hey everybody, it's Mindee, and today I'm going to teach you the intro to Enter Sandman by Metallica for beginners. This one is so fun to play. It includes a flam rudiment, so make sure you check out my video on flams if you're new to flams. And let's get started. I'm going to start kind of with the tom intro. It does have where the hi-hat's hitting open on 2 and 4 with that main guitar riff. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. But right before he goes into that main tom riff, he does 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like counting himself out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that awesome tom part comes in. So, for you that are beginners, let's think to that really easy beat. That's probably one of the first ones you learned. Bass drums on 1, 2, 3, 4. Snares on 2 and 4. And your hi-hat's doing those eighth notes. So, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're going to be doing that beat. But what we're going to do is move down to the floor tom with your normal hi-hat hand, and your snare hand's moving up to that high tom. So that kind of sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright. So now we're going to add a flam on the and of 4. So all that's going to change is your hand that's hitting the high tom on 2 and 4 is also going to be hitting the and of 4. So the hand will be going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that flam, both hands move to the mid tom, and you do it right there. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So do that nice and slow. I'll do it really slow so you guys can do it with me. Just remember, basic beat, but then we're just moving our hands to do that flam on the and of 4. So 1 and 2 and ready and go and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. How are you guys doing? Is it fun? Alright, so in the song, he plays that for 3 measures. And on the 4th measure, there's going to be a crash and a snare drum. And all it is, instead of doing that flam on the and of 4 and moving these hands this way to do a flam, you're going to move your hands to hit the crash and the snare drum on the and of 4. So let's practice just going 4 and 4 and. So now let's try that measure with the crash nice and slow. 1 and 2 and ready and go and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. How'd that feel? Let's try it again. 1 and 2 and ready and go and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Cool. So now we're going to do 4 measures. 3, where the and of 4 is a flam on the mid tom. 4th measure, you're going to crash and hit the snare drum. Alright? 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 2 and 3, 4 and 2, 3, 4. You guys are rocking it, huh? So, he's going to go back and he's going to repeat almost the same thing. So the 3 measures where that flam's on the middle tom. And then that 4th measure, he's actually going to move and hit the snare and the crash on both the and of 2 and the and of 4. So basically this hand is doing the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and your hands are kind of moving 2 and 3 and 4 and. So just kind of get acquainted to that, going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now let's add in that bass drum. Let's do it together, nice and slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One more time. 1 and 2 and ready and go and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Cool. So now we're going to try that second set of 4 measures that he does. So we're going to do 3 with the flam on the middle tom and on the and of 4. And then that 4th measure, we're going to do the crash and snare on the and of 2 and the and of 4. All right? 1 and 2 and ready and go and 1, 2, 3, 4. Should we try it one more time? Kind of had a little hiccup there. Oh, all right. 1 and 2 and ready and go and 1 and 2 and 3, 2, 3, 4. All right, and the next set of 4, he's gonna do 3 with the flam on the middle tom, and the 4th measure, he's gonna do the crash and snare on the and of 2, the and of 3, and the and of 4. So you're kind of doing the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So this hand is what it's going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So kind of just get this hand acquainted with that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and tom snare, snare, tom snare. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try just that measure then. This hand kind of comes up, does the crash. 1 and 2, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. I have to look at my drums to do that one. On my actual kit, and definitely on Lars's kit, there's a crash cymbal over here to make use of. I only have the ride on this lovely electronic kit, so that's why I'm having that nice move. But if you have cymbals over here to play with, definitely use those on it. Alright, so let's try that measure where we have the crashes on the and of 2, the and of 3, and the and of 4. 1 and 2 and ready and go and 1 and 2 and 4 and. Let's try it one more time. 1 and 2 and ready and go and. Cool. So I'm gonna play the whole thing up to there. I'm gonna go nice and slow. I'm gonna do my count off, 1, 2, 3, 4, like what he does, and then we'll do those 3 groups of 4. All right. So 3 flams, 1 crash, 3 flams, and then the 2 crashes, 3 flams, and then the 3 crashes. Ready? from there, he's gonna go back and do another set of 4, but it's gonna change to where instead of doing a flam on the middle tom, he's gonna hit the middle tom and the snare drum. So what your hands are doing is kind of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're just kind of doing a pivot where your high tom moves down, floor tom moves up. So 4 and. Let's try that, guys. 4 and. So now let's try it nice and slow. We'll do 3 measures of that, kind of like the song. All right, so 1 and 2 and ready and go and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4 and. Now on that 4th measure, he's going back to just the snare and crash 1 time on the and of 4. So that measure will sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm going to play all the way up to there for you guys. Play along. I'll go nice and slow for you. You definitely got this, okay? 1 and 2 and ready and go and 1, 2, 3, 4. 'Alright, I'm gonna cut it off there for you guys. So that's basically the intro. It's gonna go into a build-up. And within the song, there's a lot of crashes that happen on the and of 4. So it's not on the downbeat like you're probably used to if you're a beginner. So he does play that simple 1, 2, 3, 4 beat within the song, but those crashes land on the and. So his build-up is like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So listen for that when you listen to the song. You'll hear that those crashes aren't on the 1, they're on the and of 4. Right before the 1, and he just jumps right into the beat on the 1. As the song goes along, it does get trickier. There is some more intermediate level playing, fills and such as you get through it. But that intro is really fun, really iconic, and I know that a lot of beginners are going to be able to play it, so I wanted you guys to have fun with it. Alright, thank you very much. My name is Mindee. I appreciate you watching my lessons and subscribing to my YouTube channel if you would do that, and you'll get a bunch of fun free lessons, easy to follow, and you can always message me for private lessons. Alright, thank you everybody. Have a great day. Happy drumming.